friends, today I am in Apache Junction, Arizona, here at Blossom Rock. This is a master plan community that is still in phase 1, and it kind of has everyone talking. It's gonna be beautiful. There are 5 builders here, and I'm gonna give you a taste of all of those 5 builders and what their products are like. And in the process, while we're looking at some of these model homes, I just wanna tell you a little bit more about what it's like to live in Apache Junction and what it's like to buy a new construction home here in Arizona. So stick around for this whole video and you will know exactly what it would be like to live in Blossom Rock. All right, let's put up a map to show you where Apache Junction is located. It is kind of nestled between a couple of mountain ranges. There's the Superstition Mountains, and I think it's called the Goldfield Mountains, and then also bordered by the city of Mesa. Now, it used to be the case that if you said Apache Junction, in my mind, I'm thinking like that is way the heck out there in the desert where people who just want to be left alone go to live. But gosh, there has been so much growth and so much sprawl to the east side of Phoenix that there's just new communities all over the place being built, and Apache Junction is just the latest city to see some of that growth. All right, so we're gonna get started here. The builder is Brookfield, and this builder is somewhat new to the Arizona area. I don't think I've ever been in a Brookfield home before, so this will be a first for me. And this actually is a great starting point because they are the only builder that has a home with a base price under $500, but it's just barely. It's $495 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage with a den, and that den could become a 4th bedroom if you'd like. But that is the base price. Once you add any kind of extra finishes, you're gonna be over the 500 mark by probably several $1,000s. So let's go ahead and go in though. I actually really like this floor plan. I think it makes a great use of the space, which is almost 2,000 square feet. Let's go in and take a look. All right, let's go ahead and go in and take a look at this model that has the lowest base price of any in all of Blossom Rock. And I really like what they did with the square footage. You have this open area when you come in, which is just kind of welcoming. And then you have 2 bedrooms, and right in between them, you have a bathroom with 2 sinks and a shower. So perfect for the kids or maybe for guests. And then you come over here, you have your laundry room, which is a good size. And that's where you're gonna come in from that 2-car garage. And then there's this drop space. Here's that extra den, which could become a bedroom if you so choose. And the living and kitchen is the nice open concept design that everyone seems to love now. A good sized pantry. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with the floor plan here. Now, the primary bedroom is on the smaller side. That actually doesn't bother me. I would rather the square footage be used elsewhere personally. Double sinks, of course. And you have a shower, but not a tub. The closet is a decent size. All right, so this is the Brookfield Solstice model. And usually when I am doing these tours, I can say it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath or whatever. But one thing that Brookfield does that is a little bit different is they just offer a lot of varieties and options with each model. So you'll see what I mean. I'll show you the sign. Like you can get 3 to 5 bedrooms and you can get 3 to 4.5 bathrooms or whatever for a lot of these homes. So there's options and different price points. But this one, basically the base model is just under $600,000. And then you add on those options and it will shoot the price up. But this is also a multi-gen home, so I wanted to show you this one, and I'll talk about that more as we walk through. You can see what I'm talking about here on their sign, the different options that you have when you're picking a Brookfield home. Now, I wanted to show you this one specifically because it has an attached casita, which is becoming increasingly popular as affordability becomes an issue for people. This is the entrance for that. I'll show you the inside of the casita here as we go through the house. Actually, I'll show you it right away because it is directly on your left when you come in. There's gonna be a little bedroom here before you go into the casita, right there, but there is a separate doorway. And like I said, as affordability becomes an issue for people, it just can make sense to share a house with your parents, or maybe you don't need to do that, but you'd like to have this space for when you have, you know, longer term guests or something. Now, some people think of this space as a rental opportunity, and I would say virtually always. An HOA will say, nope, you can't do that. No rentals, or at least they're gonna say, if you have a rental, it has to be, you know, a year lease or whatever. But this room, by the way, has a full bathroom. I was gonna say, but I have talked to sales reps before who say, you know what? I would go ahead and do it and then just ask forgiveness later if, if you get called out on it. So potentially a rental opportunity, but shh, don't tell the HOA and don't tell them I told you that. Now that it's on the web for everyone to hear. All right, there's that den, and then you have all of this open concept living that everyone loves. Walk-in closet, lots of counter space. You have a gas range, and let's look at the primary bedroom. Now, in case you're not familiar with buying a new construction home, the front yard landscaping is going to be included in the price. However, the backyard is not. A lot of these new construction homes have smaller backyards, so not quite as much to landscape, but it's still definitely an expense you have to keep in mind. And especially if you want to have a swimming pool, that's going to cost you at least $50,000, $60,000 just for a super basic pool. And if you do want a pool, reach out to me because it might be a good idea to look at some resale homes that already have the pool put in it for you so that you don't have to absorb the cost of doing that. So the people that are bringing us Blossom Rock are the same developers of Eastmark, which is not far from here. And it's an amazing master plan community that has tons of amenities with an HOA of only, I think it's like right around 110 now. And that's largely because they have the city of Mesa providing some of those amenities like the huge fishing lake and the amphitheater, the large playground. So I'm really curious what's gonna happen with Blossom Rock if they are going to develop it in a similar way where the city of Apache Junction is providing some of those amenities, or if it's just going to potentially bring the HOA fees higher as they add amenities. Right now, it's at about $125, so it's already, I think it's just a little bit higher than Eastmark is, and Blossom Rock is a little further out than Eastmark is. So it's just something to keep in mind as you're thinking about where you might want to settle down. Now, make sure you reach out to me if you are thinking about moving to this area. I have been to these communities. I know the pros and cons of them, and I would love to hear what is important to you so I can help direct you to areas and neighborhoods that might be a good fit for you and help you find your next home here in Arizona. All right, so right now I am at Pulte Homes, and this is kind of a mid-level builder, I would say. And I wanted to show you this model in particular because it's another one of those multi-gen living homes. They call it an all-gen, but this one does have a little kitchenette in it. So I wanted to show you that. Let's go ahead and check it out. This Avellino model is actually the sales office. So where the garage is where you go into the sales office. But this is where you have the entry to that all-gen suite. I'll show you that in a second. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead. So when you come in, you have this doorway here to the all-gen. And I do like that this one has the little kitchenette. So if you have someone, you know, truly living here long-term, they really have their own space to do some basic cooking. And you know, the bedroom is a decent size. Let me check out the closet. It's just a basic closet. Now, there is another builder who I'm gonna say, I think they do these sort of suites a little bit better because in the closet, they'll have like a stackable washer and dryer option. So truly someone could have their own space there and you wouldn't even have to see them because they can do their own laundry and everything. And if that's something that is appealing to you, let me know. I will let you know who that builder is. I can show you around, give you the scoop. Big living area here. Now, a lot of builders are still offering incentives. And what that means is that they're gonna give you a credit that you can use towards a rate buy down or potentially off the sales price, things like that. So That's something that I can help you kind of navigate, and it's a reason why you really want to have an agent representing you. Sometimes people go in and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna look at some of these model homes, but if you go in without a realtor, they're gonna ask you to sign a form that is waiving your right to the use of a real estate agent. And it doesn't cost you anything to have someone representing you. It is definitely to your benefit because we're gonna make sure that these builders are staying on track, staying honest, and that you get the best deal that you can. So make sure you reach out to me if you are even thinking about new construction homes, especially if you're moving from out of state, because there are so many new construction homes going in all over the greater Phoenix area. Whoa, this is a big, long closet. And this home behind me is one of Pulte's more popular models. It's called the Prado. And this model home is all decked out with all of the upgrades and options. So I'm sure it's way over the base price, which is actually about $588. But I wanted to show you this one because it's a 2-story with kind of soaring ceilings and it's just super pretty. So let's go in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so when we go in here, I'm gonna show you those soaring ceilings that I thought were just pretty attractive. I think this floor plan is really great if you have kids because there's a lot of options for bathrooms being attached to the bedrooms, and there's just a lot of space. You have a den right here, powder room. When I said there's a lot of space, this one is just over 2,800 square feet. This room has the optional bathroom added on right there. And speaking of this home being good for kids, I'm gonna talk to you just a minute here about school options. If you do have kids, here's those big high ceilings and a nice size kitchen. Schools. So Apache Junction isn't known for having the best school district in the world. However, Blossom Rock is going to be opening up Great Hearts Academy. And that is a charter school. If you're not familiar with charter schools, it's technically a public school, so it's tuition free, but they have some different freedoms and generally they are pretty high performing. It's a liberal arts classical education, and what that means essentially is that there's going to be a lot of memorization the first 4 years, and then rhetoric. They're going to be doing more speeches and things like that, and then in the last phase they really get more into applying all of that memorization and knowledge that they learned into creating a thesis paper their senior year. So the Great Hearts Academy schools are throughout the whole greater Phoenix area, and they just have a really good reputation. So if I was moving to Blossom Rock with kids, I would definitely be excited that that was an option. You can see how this bedroom here has its own bathroom. Just very nice, and a small walk-in closet. And these 2 bedrooms share a bathroom with that sitting area kind of separating the bedrooms on this side from the other side. Because Apache Junction is so far east, you're not going to find a lot to do in Apache Junction by the way of entertainment or even shopping. However, if you are okay with, driving within a 15-mile radius, you're going to have all sorts of shopping, entertainment, restaurants, all of those sorts of things. So as long as you're not too specific about where you want to go for those things, you'll be fine. Now, if you're someone who, wants to be able to go to football games, baseball games, get up to Scottsdale or something like that, that's going to be a long drive from Apache Junction to get to some of those sorts of spots. But if you're not and you're okay with maybe a little quieter way of living, then Apache Junction might be right for you. All right, so next up, this builder is called Lennar, and they're a little bit controversial because back in the day when the Arizona real estate market was just on fire, homes were selling like crazy and at just prices that were so inflated, Lennar didn't offer a co-broke to realtors. So a lot of real estate agents kind of have a sour taste in their mouth for Lennar and don't really like showing their products. However, I have to say, Lennar just does it right when it comes to multi-generational living. If you have older parents that are living with you, something like that, if you're sharing a home with between two families, some sort of situation like that, I just feel like Lennar has a lot to offer. So right now they have 2 multi-generational models, and I'm gonna be taking you to Revolution. I'll tell you more about it as we walk through. So on this model, you can kind of see the specs, but it's important to know how much of that square footage is for the main living area and how much of it is for the casita that's attached. So in this case, the main home is 1,753 square feet, and the next gen suite is 771 square feet. Now in their other model, the main section is larger and the casita is a little bit smaller. So these are the extra 2 bedrooms for the main house. There's a little full bathroom in between. Now here's where you come in from the 2-car garage, and it's only a 2-car garage. But the casita, here's the entrance for the casita. There's also an entrance from this 2-car garage for the casita. So not a separate entrance from the outside for the casita, but you can get in through that 2-car garage. Now, the other model has a 3-car garage, and the 1-car garage is attached to the casita. And then the 2-car garage is attached to the main living area. Let's check out the primary bedroom real quick. It's right across from the laundry room. It's a good size. And the bathroom in here, it's a little bit smaller for a new construction bathroom, but it has everything you need. But like I said, this next gen model has a larger casita. So someone that's gonna be living with you year round, or maybe you're gonna use that as a rental, don't tell the HOA. This might be a little bit more, well, it will be more space for them. And I will show you the difference it makes having the laundry. So you have this open concept. I just like how they have that island, well, it's not an island, but that sitting area right there. You don't need a kitchen table in here. It's spacious considering that it's just a casita attached. And then you have your washer and dryer right there next to the garage entrance. Now, the other model that Lennar has a washer and dryer also. However, it is in the bedroom closet. So here's the bedroom closet for this casita. In the other model, the washer and dryer would be right in that closet. All right, next we're gonna take a look at the Sage floor plan that Lennar has. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Let's go in and take a look. The base price for the Sage floor plan is gonna be in the mid-500s. And there's something that's a little bit different about Lennar's, that they don't have as many optional upgrades as a lot of other builders do. It's a little bit more what you see is what you get, although you're gonna have options with the kind of flooring that you choose, which makes a huge difference. Look how big and wide this hallway is when you come in the entrance. And then they have this big open room here. It seems great for kids, right? Kind of tucked away in the front of the house, so it's a little more quiet. And then you have all your bedrooms kind of right here in this area other than the primary. The bedrooms on the side are pretty small, and they have a bathroom in the middle to share. As a matter of fact, this other bedroom I'm gonna show you is so small that they just have it set up as a study room. But you could use it as a nursery, or maybe, you know, a twin bed would fit in there for a younger kid. What was I talking about? Oh, the upgrades you can do with Lennar. Not as many. So I said you can do the flooring, and then there's also like a package. Oh, here's another bathroom by this bedroom. There's also an upgraded package for the kitchen to have, you know, bigger cabinets, if that's something that you want. And I believe that package is somewhere around $12,000 is what they said. Of course, that price can change. This is very open. And here's the primary bedroom. So, you know, kind of quiet. It's away from the other bedrooms. Not a huge area right there for the counter space. And then your laundry room is just right outside your door. Again, I want to emphasize, if you are thinking about new construction, don't go without a realtor. Reach out to me. I want to show you around. I know this community, I know other communities. There are just so many new build communities in the East Valley, and I would love to make sure that you find the one that's right for your family. Probably one of the biggest draws to this area is the scenery. The Superstition Mountains are just some of the most beautiful in the entire greater Phoenix area for hiking, mountain biking, you know, just all of the trails. It's just beautiful. You're also not too far from lakes, so if you're into boating, paddleboarding, you know, kayaking, all of those sorts of things, you're not going to be too far from that. Okay, so moving on. Now we are at a builder called Tri-Pointe, and this is an upper level builder. They have two models here, and I'm just going to show you this one because I like it more. It has a 4-car garage. Actually, you can see this 2-car garage behind me. Well, it looks like a 2-car garage, but it's actually tandem on one side, so it's deeper on one side, which makes it a 3-car. And then this is the 1-car garage over here. And the other thing about this model is it has that multi-generational option again. So I'm going to show you what that looks like with Tri-Pointe. And again, it's a little bit disappointing to me. Now, maybe you don't want the multi-generational casita on there anyway, and you're just going to make it a bedroom or whatever. But if that is something you're looking for, let's see if you like this one more than I do. Now, Tri-Pointe does have some amazing floor plans. The two that they have modeled here just aren't my favorite ones that I've seen before. But I do want to show you because they definitely have some perks. This is the Pecan floor plan. It starts at 3,453 square feet. Nice tall ceilings in here, and then they have like this little den. Now on this side of the house, there's a bedroom, a full bathroom, and the entrance from that 3-car garage. Actually, it's a 2-car, looks like a 2-car, but it's tandem on the one side. What I do love is the tall ceilings and the amazingly large kitchen island. Now, this is an upgraded island. So you are going to add all of the upgrades like the tall cabinets onto the base price. And let's go ahead and check out the primary bedroom because there's someone else looking at the secondary bedrooms right now. We'll give them their space. If you go into the primary bathroom, you'll see that they have the soaker tub plus the shower, which is definitely nice. I personally am not a tub person, but some people make that a requirement. Other nice thing is that this closet is connected right on to your laundry room, which is a pretty big laundry room. All right, next we're gonna go see the secondary bedrooms in the casita, and I'm gonna show you why I think Lennar still has the best, as much as I hate to admit it. So in this hallway, here's that laundry room that connects to the primary bedroom. You have a little flex space here. And then all these bedrooms are just kind of crammed down here. Here's one, here's full bathroom, here's the other bedroom. This is the optional casita. So you walk in, here's your bedroom, there's the bathroom down there. This is where you come in from the outside. So you have that separate entrance, and you have a tiny little casita, which maybe that's all you need, but I do like that Lennar has the full size fridge and the gas range even, and like the, you know, a space for the seating along the bar top. You know, this could be fine for your needs. I'm not saying I don't like it, I'm just saying if you have someone staying there for longer than a few months, you know, maybe they want a little bit more of their own space. Hey, if you are liking this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. This is one of my favorite builders. It's David Weekley, and this is a top tier builder. They have one model, so I'll go ahead and show you this one that they have. It looks like a 2-car garage, but that is tandem. It actually is 2 cars deep on both sides, so it's considered a 4-car garage. Lots of options and upgrades on this home. And something that's really unique about David Weekley is that this is 2x6 construction. None of the other builders here at Blossom Rock have 2x6 construction, so there's just a little bit more insulation location and it's very energy efficient. It's also on the more expensive side. So this is the Woodbury model and it's priced in the upper 700s. It's a 4-bedroom, 3 full baths plus a half bath, and the square footage is just over 3,200 square feet. So let's go in and you can see how beautiful this model home is. Now, I was just talking to the lady here, and something else super unique is that they will include your backyard landscaping as part of the total price, which means it gets wrapped up into your mortgage, which means if you want to have a swimming pool, that can be essentially financed through David Weekley. They do have someone that you would be working with specifically for both the pool and the landscaping, and it's an option. You don't have to do that, but it's good to have the choice. So we're gonna start off going here on the left side of the house. You see that they have that full bathroom, and you have 1 bedroom here and 1 bedroom here. Oh my goodness, I didn't notice this before. I'm a huge pickleball person. Look at that. I am so happy to see a pickleball themed room in a model home. This is funny and awesome. Okay, enough with my pickleball obsession. This is very open and you have tall ceilings. You can get tall cabinetry if you would like. You can get these big slider doors. Of course, all of this can add up. So if you're trying to stick to a budget, you're gonna have to have some self-control with that. This is another interesting thing. Now you walk over here and there's like this little hidden nook back here. It could be, I think it would be a good den, maybe a reading room or something, and it connects right to the primary bedroom, which has these soaring ceilings, all this natural light coming in, and I love this bathroom. This is my favorite. Okay, you're like, this is a small closet for this home. That's kind of like the size of some of the other closets in and of themselves. However, that's just one of the closets, people. That's not the entire closet. You have this nice big cabinet space. You have this little vanity area. And now here's the rest of the closet. So guess who gets this side? Probably the missus. And look at this, it connects right to the laundry room. So convenient. Coming out of the laundry room, that's where you're gonna come in from the garage. It's the sales room right now. And you have another bedroom on this side with its own bathroom. This house is kind of a maze. There's just so much room and little nooks and rooms and this way and that. Kind of fun. All right, now I am headed out to a horse rescue in Apache Junction. It's called Good Shepherd Horse Rescue and it's been around for decades. TJ is gonna be there and he now is running the place, really. His mom started it many years ago and she passed away several months ago. So he came in, he was a horse trainer in Queen Creek and he's still doing that, horse training, but now he has this additional job of running this horse rescue. And it's just really a spectacular place and I wanted to show it to you just to give you a feel of kind of the other side of Apache Junction. It's not really close to Blossom Rock, but you know, I want you to have a feel for what all of Apache Junction is like. And this just kind of has the flavor of what I think of when I originally thought of Apache Junction before all the building started taking place, is just this quiet community. People like their horses, people like to have their own freedoms and quiet and keep to themselves and have an honest way of living. And so come along with me and I'll show you what this horse rescue is like. And here we are at the Good Shepherd Horse Rescue in Apache Junction. And I just spent some time talking with TJ. So his mom actually started this decades ago. She just passed away actually not too long ago. I think he said 8 months. And so now he came and is really taking over and gonna continue on this tradition of rescuing horses. It is, he said, $6,000 just to feed one of these horses. So he's learning all about nonprofits and grants. But I wanted to show you this place just because when I think of Apache Junction, this is kind of what comes to mind. It is this more rural feeling part of Apache Junction that has a lot of horses. People just kind of keep to themselves and it's just kind of like an honest way of living. I asked him, you know, like, where do these horses come from? Do people just call up and say, hey, I have a horse And he's like, yep, that's kind of what happens. And they take these horses in, they care for them, they rehabilitate them, they train them, and give them kind of a new lease on life. And these horses have one of the best views in the valley of these beautiful Superstition Mountains. These horses are well cared for, and eventually they'll be able to be adopted if anyone is interested. They'll be asked to have some classes and training of their own because they're very passionate here at the Horse Rescue about giving these horses a good quality of life. I was just talking to TJ who works here, and one surprising thing he said is that he lived in Queen Creek before, and there was actually more mosquitoes there when he was training horses there in Queen Creek. He was saying it was really an issue parts of the year for the horses with all the mosquitoes around. But here in Apache Junction, he said there is no issues with mosquitoes, and that is because there is no irrigation over here in Apache Junction. And when you have the irrigation in Queen Creek or other places, you might have that issue with mosquitoes. And that concludes another video. Here is my information. If you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, do not hesitate to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I would love to connect with you and help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. And I hope to hear from you soon.